quality stuff.
It's good stuff. You know, if you go to Goodwill,
it is. Yeah.
Go to the back rack.
Tuesdays at half price
half
Tuesdays.
off. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we're on the win funnel, and welcome everybody. This is rookie driver Dean Strom. Dean, welcome to HO Champ Car, and I think this is the first chance for everybody to get to know you.
I think they're gonna like what they see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good.
I mean,
I think we're, you know, obviously the series needs new blood all the time. There's some old guys in this league. You got Dan Margetta, who's you know, been around a long time now. So
has he won any championships?
I don't believe so. No, I think not.
Huh.
That's a shame, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now you two go back quite a ways.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, we go back a ways.
Any thoughts on Mr. Margetta and his skills as a driver or a human being? Or
old guys, this guy's 40.
Yes, sir. He's a punk. We go back a long ways.
Do ya?
I came into the HO Chump Car Series with one thing in mind, and that was to beat Dan Margetta. Back in the ARA days, I broke his car. His metal car, broke it.
You broke it?
Broke it.
Driving it? Broke
Just drove him right into the wall, broke his car.
Wow.
I've beaten him. I've broken his will. The next thing I look to do is to break his spirit.
I think you might be on the verge of
I
doing
look to do that
just
here
that.
in the HOCC.
You know, Dan is volatile. He's very talented, but he's very volatile. So there is the possibility that at some point he's just going to
talented. Did you say?
Okay, that's just me speaking. You might differ.
I think he's a punk.
Okay. Now, so you have a long history of driving, but obviously we haven't seen your skills completely flourish yet. Now you've been in a few races so far. What's been your impression of driving the HO Champ cars?
These guys are chumps. HOCC, HO Chump Car Series. That's what I figure it is.
All right.
These guys are chumps.
So you have big goals for yourself this season, do you?
Just win.
Win?
Yeah.
Win a lot?
Well, and break Margetta's soul. That's pretty much it.
It's good to have a goal.
Yeah, well.
You know, and things that you can attain. So I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. How do you like me so far?
I love you.
Yeah.
I think this is great. You're obviously just the kind of attitude that this series looks for. You know, clearly what we need here is somebody with your, with your drive. You know, you have a vision and you're going after it.
And the chicks dig me too.
I've noticed that. I've noticed that.
It ain't easy being me, but what are you gonna do?
Well, Dean, I mean, I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that you attain everything you've set out here. I think we can expect to see some spectacular things from you this season.
Spectacular. It's a good word. I like that word. Brought the good looks and the good driving and the money.
There you go. All right. Thanks so much for being on Win Funnel, and good luck with the
Pleasure's
season.
all yours. All right.
That's the funnel. We're here at the Duane Sweeney Memorial Grand Prix at Bayside International.
Good evening from Bayside, Wisconsin, home of the Bayside International Speedway, Raceway, whatever you want to call it. It's the open class event, another open class. Cars are fast. It's the Duane Sweeney Memorial Grand Prix presented by Great Big Pictures. We're here at Bayside. It can only mean one thing, that's speed. But the story tonight is who's going to finish second?
Who's going to finish second? What? Now, wait a minute, Dan Tommy Kendall. Remember last year at Turtle Creek, Larry Rotter had never lost at his track. Mark Walczak beat him. You got a lot of guys that are quick here. Ev Kamikawa, Dan Margetta, Mark Walczak, Mike Fitzloff. It's up for grabs.
It really is, because the cars are so close right now. The media all week long has said this is Jim Iverson's track, Iverson's a lock. That may not be the case here, but there's a lot of other stories going on here. The point race, it's come down to PKVHO and WisconsinJobs.com.
That's the main story right now, but we've also got a major milestone going on this weekend. Dan Margetta will take over the all-time starts lead in the series.
That's right, 13 years of no life, apparently. He has out here racing cars, but that's a pretty good accomplishment. I mean, considering how grueling this schedule is.
Yeah, well, one thing you notice, I was walking through the paddock, and there was a thing on the website talking about possible RJ Foyt and Team Spirit final. John Shea's missing. Do you think they changed? Maybe the street signs got him lost.
Maybe. He's not real good at directions. He's usually hitching a ride with somebody else to get to the track. So if he's got to navigate his own ways, he's probably in Bayside Missouri or something that right now, but he's not here. That's pretty much still leaves a strong field. 12 cars.
12 cars. It means you get your 3 winners of the heat and the fastest second place. Like I said, this race is going to be wide open, and we're just going to have to see who comes out on top.
That's right. It's Bayside. It's fast, and it's next.
Chris will be here to Duane Sweeney race at Bayside. I had to take like 64 bus transfers to make it, but I'm glad I did because these guys are fast like rockets. That's like Speed Racer, Jim Iverson there, and that guy behind him, that's Mark Walzak. He might be Racer X, I'm not sure.
Back here in row 2, Larry Rotter, a year ago set the racing world on fire on the comeback trail this season. Car number 4, he's third. Alongside of him, Mike Fitzloff, very fast, has some wins here. The number 19 Sonny's barbecue car.
And then that number 9 car, that's Everett Kamikawa. And I gotta check this one, number 7. I always forget these guys. They look so similar. Oh, that's Dan Margetta.
Back here, the Tide Ride back on the track. That's Dean Strom, the car 27. A decent run here. Alongside of him, Amy Butler, Larry's teammate. Back here next to Strom.
I know this now. Since that was Dan Margetta, this would be Dan Margetta too. Wait, no, that's Mike Kristoff. Oh boy. And next to him there is that's Tom Speart in that red car.
Finally in the back row, that's Chris Speart. Fast on the fast road courses. He should have a better result in the race. And back here from the penthouse to the outhouse, making the final last week, Andy Speart back here in last today at Bayside. That's the field for the Duane Sweeney Memorial Grand Prix at Bayside.
Yay.
Ev Kamikawa, Dean Strom, Chris Speart, and Larry Rotter. Off to a slow start for Ev. He needed a push off of the start, but he's been quick. And then a turn, a little bit of a spin back in the corner there. Another spin here in the tight corner for Ev, so struggling out of the start. And it looks like right now the lead belongs to Dean Strom battling Larry Rotter as they hold on to the lead right now. Oh, and a big fly right there. All right, we're watching Ev Kamikawa making a move from 4th place after he struggled early on in this heat race. Now starting to make his move. He's passed Chris Speart, moved into 3rd. He's starting to hunt down Dean Strom, who's fallen back from 1st to 2nd behind Larry Rotter. Larry now out front, about 2 laps over Dean. Dean Strom has fallen back to 2nd place, and we've caught up with Dan Margetta, and we wanted to talk to you, Dan, because during the pre-race interview, Dean Strom had some very strong words about your ability to race, and for that matter, your psychological ability to stand up to the pressures of these races. What do you have to say to Dean's charges?
Oh, you see the way the guy races here, into the fence so many times. You ring your bell that many times, you spew nonsense. That's been Dean Strom's game plan from the start. He's a fun guy to listen to, though. He's quite entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, he comes into this league as a rookie, and he starts picking on one of the guys who's won more races than almost any active driver.
Well, yeah, that's Dean. He don't want to go up. You know, he'll go right for the top. He needs to get the press. When you don't win races, you don't run up front. They don't write about you. But when you come out there and talk smack, then you get a little bit of lines here and there once in a while. It's time for a feature we missed in a couple weeks, but she's back with all the latest gossip, all the latest dirt on the drivers. It's Kitty Bo Peep. It's Kitty's Gossip Corner. What do you got for us this week?
Hi, Kitty Bo Peep here. This week we're going to be talking about Larry Rotter. And Larry is the most interesting person, although you may never guess that because he's a man of so little words. So Larry likes to keep limber, and to do that he likes to do back handsprings. Yes, he was destined for the Olympics in gymnastics, but he broke his pinky finger and that was it. The doctor said he could never do gymnastics professionally again, but he likes to do back handsprings. He can bend over and bend himself into a pretzel. Boy, I'm telling you, is that not something to look for in a man?
Maybe we'll see some of that, whatever you want to call it, later on, because he's running pretty good in this race. But how did you know that? How do you know the guy does backflips?
I've seen it. I mean, he's absolutely amazing. He's so limber, and especially of a man as his age, it's just tremendous. And I think he might be doing some handsprings tonight if he wins.
Now that's something for people to stay tuned and watch, because I think he's leading this heat race now as we're winding down. Okay, that's how far a lead Larry Rotter has. We can talk about all kinds of stuff as Chris Speart goes off the track, but that's it. The checker flag's out. There's your first winner. Larry Limburger Cheese, Handsprings Rotter wins. Ev Kamakawa sits in the transfer spot. He hasn't missed a race all year yet.
It's heat race number 2 ready to roll off. This one featuring Dan Margetta, Tom Speart, Jim Iverson, and Andy Speart. And the first lap is led by Dan Margetta, followed closely by Jim Iverson. Dan holding a little bit of a lead there down, not quite a full straightaway lead. Looks like Iverson is staying at about consistent distance behind. Things are tightening up now. Dan Margetta just a couple of car lengths ahead of Jim Iverson. There goes Jim ahead of Dan. Dan has an off in the far corner there at the beginning of the long straightaway. So Jim Iverson is leading Tom Speart now. Dan Margetta's fallen back to third, and Tom running just at the tail end of the lead lap. In fact, we're now starting to see Jim Iverson start to close up on Tom Speart right here at the almost about to put him a full lap down, and there he goes. The red and white car on that outside lane getting past the red and white car on one of the inside lanes. That's Jim Iverson over Tom Speart. Dan Margetta in third. Andy Speart struggling to keep the handling on that car. There he goes off of the track. That'll suffer a 5-second stop and go penalty. The cars have to do there then is come into the pit lane. And it looks like Andy missed his pit stall, so he's going to have to go back around one more time. Here he comes in. And then he'll serve a 5-second stop and go penalty and be back out on the track. That's a penalty for not touching any part of that black track surface. Watching down this one of the long straightaways which allow for such high speeds here at Bayside. Then they go into a hard left-hand 90-degree turn, a short chute down at the far end, and then they come down after a second 90-degree turn, the longest straightaway here at Bayside, into another hard left-hander. And then the quick little twisty bits here at Bayside take you back and forth.
1 minute to go.
And we're watching now for the transfer position because
Dan, you got it.
It's Ev Kamakawa sitting on the hot seat right now waiting to see if Dan Margetta will pass 109 laps, which is where the second... Oh, there's somebody off the track. And that's Andy Speart, who struggled all night with the handling and just put it on the floor. Now looks like we've got a stop and go for Dan Margetta. This could endanger his ability to make the transfer spot. And he pulls it in. Now he's in. He's serving his 5-second penalty. Not much time left. Ev Kamakawa with 109 laps. Another spin. He's got 106 laps. Time is running down. Oh, he goes off again. Oh, no, he throws it off again. He still has a chance to make it as the time runs down. He's going to come up short. Oh, a lap short. He had a chance to put Ev out. The streak of 6 consecutive races could continue.
Third heat race here at Bayside. That's Mike Fitzloff, Amy Butler, Mike Christoph, and Mark Walzak. 2 Mikes, a Mark, and an Amy. And the M is silent in Amy. And as usual, as expected, Mark Walzak with the huge lead early on. Mike Fitzloff second, followed by Mike Christoph and Amy Butler at this massive raceway here at Bayside. Long, fast straightaways. Really get the speed up on a normal event, and they're ramped up twice as much tonight for the open class. It's Mark Walzak over Mike Fitzloff. The real battle is for third, where Amy Butler holds that right now over Mike Christoph. Christoph having some offs. There's a side bet going on there. 4th place driver in this race, a bet that they made amongst themselves, must buy the beer tonight. And right now it looks like it's Christoph who's going shopping at the liquor store because he's behind Amy Butler, bringing up the rear of this heat race in 4th place. Now, but you're looking at Ev Kamakawa. He has made every race this season. He has yet to miss one. He's sitting on the transfer spot. He He heckled Dan Margetta enough that he threw it off in the waning laps. He's setting the tone and taking it to Mike Fitzloff right now. Fitzloff, who's right on pace, and Kamakawa watching intently. We can bet we would hear this guy right here. He's planning his strategy for the verbal assault to keep the transfer spot. But back here on the racetrack, Mike Fitzloff is in second behind Mark Walzak and chasing Kamakawa for that final transfer spot. It's getting to be a close race between Walzak and Fitzloff. Butler and Christoph bring up the last two positions, with Butler holding a 2-lap lead right now. It is now the final minute of competition, and there's a 9 laps. 9 laps is all Fitzloff has to turn. 8 laps now. 7 laps away for Mike Fitzloff to knock Kamakawa out of his first final of the year. Mark Walzak has the lead by 2 laps. Looks like Walzak will be driving to another race. Another favorite here will be PKVHO in the final again, along with Larry Rotter, and it's going to be Ev Kamakawa or Mike Fitzloff. 30 seconds to go now. There's still just 3 laps to go.
I want an apology for the Lion Asian comment.
Oh, he went off. He went off again. It's down to 27 seconds, and he has a stop-and-go penalty. The same thing that happened to Margetta is happening to Fitzloff. The Kamakawa heckling is getting to him, and it's starting to hurt him. This will be the last. He'll be doing it now with about 10 seconds to go. There, he has to complete this lap. If he completes this lap in the final 7 seconds, he did it. He just did it. He made it. Mike Fitzloff will make the final, knocking Kamakawa out. And this guy's going to win. He's the winner of the race. Does it so quietly, rarely put him on camera. But just a little bit is all it was. And here's the side bet. The beer drinking diva got beer. Woo! Because she beat Mike Christoph for the 3rd spot. Back again in the final. It's the Duane Sweeney Memorial Grand Prix. It's Team PKVHO. This is their home track, folks. They were 1-2 the last 2 races in a row. They're going to tie a record or set a record. I think it might be set. They're tying a record. I don't know way to set one, though, because nobody can catch these guys. Jim Iverson, this is your hometown. Everybody says that you're the guy to beat.
Well, I certainly hope so. The previous time we set a record of 3 1-2 finishes in a row. It was with 5-time champion Phil Cianciola. And when
Phil who?
He left the team, well, that's exactly my point. Phil who? After he left the team and I took on a rookie to take his place, people were thinking, you traded a 5-time champion for a rookie? But now here we are right back again. We haven't missed a bit.
All right, this is the guy he's talking about, Mark Walzak, lightning quick, way faster than anybody can. Yeah, keep it on the track for the race.
I so hope so. What's with this Phil chant going on here?
They call him Phil.
They call me Phil, yes. My new nickname is Phil, I guess.
Feel the love in this room.
But, we're going to probably get an inner lane to start off, and we'll have to see what happens in the second half. We had a pretty good test session, and the car's quick enough. We'll just see what we can do.
All right, there he is.
But I just want to say to all my fellow drivers, everyone's a winner here at Bayside. Everyone.
Yeah, nobody loses, no matter where you finish, even if your name is Dean Strom.
Hi, Kitty Bo Peep here with Mike Fitzloff. So are you excited about this final race, and congratulations on making another final?
Thank you very much, Kitty. I attended the Dean Strom Find the Inner Power in Yourself session the other night. For the part, the part that I heard made sense, so I just kind of put it to use and ran good.
Excellent. Well, good luck. And why are they chanting Phil? I thought we decided screw him.
So tell me, how are you gonna?
I think we're gonna do good tonight. I'm hoping for at least a 2nd place finish, so we're going.
Tail. A tough crowd here. I don't know.
And just finally getting back into things, so we're gonna get them tonight.
Can't you smell them?
Well, good luck, and good luck to you too.
The Duane Sweeney Memorial Grand Prix ready to roll off, and of course, once again, Dan, Tommy, Kendall, we're stuck with 3 cars of red and white color in this. Thank goodness for Larry Rotter making the final.
Right, that's at least the viewers at home got something to root for because it stands out. But red and white cars must be the way to go. The same 3 are always in the final. Someone's got to step up in this series to take these guys and give them some competition. Although Mike Fitzloff is out to take out Team PKVHO tonight, and someone's got to knock these guys off from the podium. They've been 1-2. It'll be a 3rd week.
And if I'm not mistaken, this might be the first Final Four for Larry Rotter since the illness that had him out for a race. He's been struggling to get his strength back. Obviously, he's feeling a whole lot better.
That's right, an open class race might be just secure as well. We have all kinds of action there. Some of the red and white cars going off, but Larry Rotter is on the comeback trail. He wasn't going to be down for long. You knew that. This guy hasn't lost it. Just, you know, a minor setback. I think he might prove something tonight. If there's any kind of a fan favorite tonight to win this race, it's probably Larry Rotter.
Defending series champion last year, came in second to Jim Iverson, who won at his home track. So the early lead belongs to Mark Walzak. Mark Walzak. Mikes and Marks, Fitzloffs and Christophs. We can keep it all straight eventually. Oh, somebody's off. I think we just saw the end of a PKVHO 1-2 right there, as that was Mike Fitzloff. Mark Walzak just put it on the floor. Oh, he had every chance at being fast enough to win this thing, but of course we also saw him struggle with the handling.
We got to talk to this. This is big news because this guy was fast. Oh, he's really mad. We're gonna venture in here. Man, tough break, man. You were way out in front, and what happened? Wrong channel in the iPod?
No, just running brakes with it and stepped on the gas a little too soon. Around she came and couldn't correct it quick enough.
Happens that quick here, don't it?
Yeah, that it does. You know, just stupid driver error. I had a shot at beating Jim here, and you know, I took out Larry last year to be the only person to knock it, win him at his track, and had a shot here. But now I think Jim's got a shot at winning the pole money as well.
His money's on Iverson now that he's up, and that guy was fast. That's got to hurt.
Earlier tonight, it was Andy Speart who had a real tough night, and he's going to wind up in 12th and last place. But in the meantime, the other member of RJ Foyt Racing right now is running in 3rd place, and RJ Foyt has asked to talk to us, so we'd like to find out what he has to say. RJ?
Well, I think that Mike Fitzloff is running a real good race right now. I'm not sure what place he's in right now. I haven't been paying attention too close, but
I think that's 3rd.
All right, that's good. You know, he got a bright future. And anyway, the reason I want to talk to y'all today is, you know, I want to announce in front of all the loyal slot car fans, because you're going to hear it first, that Mr. R.J. Foyt would like to announce his candidacy for the presidency of the United States in 2008.
Wow, that's amazing. What has prompted this decision, RJ?
I think it's time for a change, and I got lots of common sense from years of hard living and mistakes I made, but I learned a lot now, and I could lead this country into a bright new future in the 22nd century.
The 22nd century. Getting a little ahead of yourself, aren't you?
Never too. Always got to look ahead.
What would a HO Champ Car team owner bring to the presidency?
Well, I got a couple of transporters, and I got a big race shop. And I mentioned I got a lot of common sense.
Absolutely. So what, you know, the big issue of the day, obviously, is the war in Iraq. How would you handle that situation?
The war in Iraq, I got to consult with my advisors. I'm not real sure about that right now. Why don't you ask me in a while about that one?
How about the economy? What would you do to help the economy? Okay, how about, you know, the deficit?
The deficit? Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what I'd do about that right now, but I'm working on it.
All right. Thank you so much, and good luck. Oh, look at this. Some of your supporters have already put a sign out on the track.
It's a real grassroots campaign, but I think we're going to prevail.
Jim Iverson to make his pit stop. And he's in. Let's go down to our pit reporter, DTK.
There he's in the pits. It's a little extra time. They might be out of fuel. They ran it really lean there in the first half. It could be even an electrical problem. They're just checking things over. The car is not refiring, though. They're having some issues refiring the car. It's sputtering and sputtering. It's trying to go. He's really working the, what are they got to switch in these things? I think that's what they got. And he's going to go. There he goes. They got it fired. A little bit of a poor stop for Iverson, but 20 seconds.
Iverson's lead going to narrow a little bit with that long 20-second pit stop. Second place is going to be Mike Fitzloff, looking for that red and white car.
Here's where they can make up all kinds of time. They look like they're about ready to do it. They're perfect right now. The tires are off. Fuel is in. This team is about set to go. The sign is down. He's off. Away. Go. A 10-second stop. 10 seconds he made up in the pits. That's about 50 football fields.
Now we wait for Butler Rotter Racing's Larry Rotter to come in next.
He is in, hits the marks. That's pretty good for Larry. He hasn't made a pit stop in about 3 weeks. It's kind of new for this crew, and you can tell, but they're very smooth. They're doing their time, going slow to go fast. It's taking a little bit of extra time, but it's a routine spot. They're going to get all the fuel they can in that car. He's ready to go, and he's gone. 15 seconds for Larry Rotter.
And it's a 4-lap lead for Jim Iverson to Mike Fitzloff. All right, now we've been watching the cars come out of this turn right here at the far end of the track. It's a hard left 90-degree turn, but I think part of the reason there have been some crashes is there's some rather distracting photography down there. And Kitty Bo Peep, what do you make of that?
Hi, Kitty Bo Peep here, and I'm telling you, what kind of trash is that? This track has a gentleman's club? What kind of racetrack has a gentleman's club?
Well, other than Lake Country Motorplex, where Fat Tony DeFalco runs the place, I don't know.
Well, he's just a pig. We can expect that from him, but that Jim Iverson, he's more of a classy kind of guy, and here he's got this kind of trash posted at his track. I'm appalled.
This would explain why Amy Butler never had any problems in that corner of the track, wouldn't it?
Well, I should say not. What kind of interest would that woman have with that kind of garbage?
But obviously the other drivers seem to be having all kinds of trouble crashing in that corner.
Well, they're men, and men will be pigs.
We are up to race number 7. The Duane Sweeney Memorial Grand Prix here held at Bayside. This man, Jim Iverson, has won the pole and now leads this race by 7 laps with about 3 minutes left to go. And Dan Tommy Kendall, there is some big money riding on Jim Iverson taking the checkered flag.
That's right. As you recall in qualifying, this guy also won the pole position, and the winner of the race has never also won the pole position this season. There's money that rolls over. It's a lot. It's up to $78,000. It could be the biggest take in series history coming down tonight at his home track. He's going to break the bank, it looks like, because right now, might as well just turn the lights out. This party looks like it's about over. It's a 7-lap lead with less than 2 minutes to go. And look, turns out that the media was all right. You know, Kitty, the media said Jim Iverson was going to win this race all week long. It looks like they knew what they were talking about.
Oh, without a doubt. But you know, what does Jim Iverson have to do except practice? I'm telling you, it's not a thrill, actually. I totally expected him to win on his track. Now, if I would win $78,000, I would be heading down to Victoria's Secret to be buying something that's a heck of a lot better than what those chickies are wearing on that wall.
Take a long, Kitty. Are the fans heading for the exits yet?
Oh, they are on their way out. Half of this place is emptied out already. This is like a no-brainer.
Getting a head start on the traffic and the impending snow, which is supposed to come tonight. Of course, Bayside known for its wicked snowstorms. It could happen. They're saying well after this race is over, and a lot of people are getting a head start on that, as Jim Iverson kind of anticlimactically is going to win this race. And barring some serious meltdown in the final minute, which doesn't happen with Iverson. You know, he's the gray fox of the series. He's been around enough. He knows not to throw it away. And there it is. Jim Iverson is the winner. You can see he's happy. He acts like he's tired, but don't let that fool you, folks. This was pretty easy. This guy is known for winning here. It's just same old Sunday drive for Iverson. His second in a row. Mike Fitzloff and Larry Rotter, they've finished in second and third.
Hi, Kitty Bo Peep here with track owner Jim Iverson. Jim?
Well, somebody has to win, but we're all winners here at Bayside. But this is the Bayside Trophy and a big gold star for the winner, Jim Iverson. The trophy, the beautiful bunch of people here. I love everybody. You're all winners. You're all winners at Bayside. Thank you very much. And Kitty, you look gorgeous tonight.
Oh, well, congratulations on winning the pole money. I think Kitty needs to go shopping.
Yes, right before Christmas. This is perfect.
Oh, I'm sensing shopping. Kitty needs to go shopping. Excellent job, Jon.